Here we go with the Tri-State Audi Knicks postgame show. He wants to be called Deuce. We'll call him Deuce. Deuce McBride, the rookie, on the loose. 4 steals, 15 points, 9 assists, played the entire second half. And Immanuel Quickley tonight against the Rockets, a career-high 7 threes, 5 coming in the decisive fourth quarter. And the Knicks get a much-needed win, winning in Houston 116-103. Great to have you with us, everybody, from our Delta MSG studios. Bill Pito along with Monica McNutt and Alan Hahn. It didn't look like it was going to be easy, Monica, going into the fourth quarter, but the Knicks poured it on. They got great performances from McBride and Mitchell Robinson. Immanuel Quickley with his best game of the year. Boy, this was a much-needed victory.
9 assists from the young Deuce. Listen, you nailed it, though, because at one point in that ball game, I was like, okay, all right, here we go. But the team managed to find their way, and a lot of it has to do with, I know we're going to talk about the stats from Deuce a ton, but the defensive energy, right? We talked about ball movement off the ball in the pregame show. You saw that with this group, and it was beautiful.
He brought, it's great to see because it's not just him, right? It's him. It was Quentin Grimes before he went into protocols and how he played, and it just showed you how they are developing players. It doesn't necessarily mean when a player isn't playing. Young players don't play early in the season. You think, well, they're not getting developed. Oh, they are. And when their opportunity comes, as Tom Thibodeau has said many times, when your opportunity comes, be ready for it. Both these kids, both of them, they're rookies, were ready to play.
Absolutely.
Jericho Sims was ready to play. So that's a great sign. But here's the thing. The Knicks 1 through 5 is a problem. It still is a problem, right? Even in this game, it was a problem. But when the bench comes in, they're a different team. Ball moves, and you're seeing more and more guys in the defense and how people feed off of Miles McBride, how they also fed off of Grimes. And that is going to start to force that question of, do you have to start making some decisions here? Now, you have some young players that play the way you want to play. They play the way your identity was last year. They are pushing these veterans, and these veterans better realize that their jobs are not guaranteed when you have players like this playing as hard as they
I'm
play.
listening.
You listening?
I'm telling you right now, you can't help but say, I need more of McBride. I need more of Grimes. That's what you want. And Mitchell Robinson looked like Mitchell Robinson again. Why?
First time in a long time.
Because the ball was moving. It wasn't stuck in one hand. It wasn't 4 guys watching one guy. And defensively, everybody was engaged. And it starts with that one energy from that one player in Miles McBride.
You hear that sound, Peter?
What do you got?
So, you hear that sound?
What?
It's the sound of somebody breathing on somebody's neck. About to take that spot right here.
Look, it's one game, and I know the Rockets are obviously compromised with their roster. The Knicks roster compromised as well, but you can't overlook style.
Yeah. It's
identity.
a results-driven business. So the results tonight bear out.
You got to give
McBride
McBride all the credit in the world. He went down to the G League, and when he was
dominated,
scoring 30 a game, gets his opportunity. Derrick Rose, Monica couldn't play in the second half with a sore ankle. McBride doesn't come out the entire second half. 15 points. He had 14 points all year prior to tonight. But also, how about the way he ran the offense with those 9 assists?
The 9 assists they speak to his basketball IQ in my mind. And you talk about time, Pito, the only person that was on the floor longer than him was Alec Burks, and that's by a little less than 1 minute that Burks played more than McBride. But here, he is just so smart. His ability to be in the right position and help defense, granted, I get it, it's versus the Houston Rockets, but to come up that way in the first big-time moments that he's played in a professional NBA-level game, this is just huge. And all it is, the root of it all, is his effort. It was nonstop. It was relentless. He understood that he needed to capitalize on every single moment that he was on the floor. And so he made tremendous decisions, both with the basketball in terms of finding his teammates, and he was aggressive in spots. Now, you got to live with a little bump, maybe an ill-advised shot. We talk about a guy that scores 30 on a regular over in the G League. So maybe you get an ill-advised shot here or there. But overall, the body of work, the consistency, the poise, I mean, he's really talking about earning time.
Clean game, too. 9 assists, no turnovers.
No turnovers.
How about no turnovers, one of the points, right?
Clean game, again, for a rookie player. And you just got to love it. The bench scored 63 points in this game. I mean, the Knicks look like their young players play well. Their young players are playing well. It's the veterans that have got to step it up. But the young players are delivering when they're called upon. And you go through all the different. I mean, Kevin Knox came in the game. He hadn't played all year. Was he ready to play? Ready to play. So that breakfast club that they got going with a lot of these young guys that don't play a lot of minutes, that meet in the mornings, they're putting the work in. And it's showing. And if I'm Tom Thibodeau, I need more of this. And when Grimes comes back, I need more of him. When R.J. Barrett's back, I need more. I need more of the youth on this team. And maybe the older guys will understand I need to play like they're playing.
All right, to your point, the Knicks go on an 18-5 fourth-quarter run, and Fournier played well, 23 points, but he didn't score at all in the fourth quarter. And Randall watched this 18-5 run, and he scored only 2 points in the fourth quarter, backing up Allen's point that they got this done without anything from Fournier.
Guys under 23 years old.
And only 2 points from Randall.
Yeah.
To be young.
So that's significant.
It is significant, and I think the part to me that has the opportunity to be most contagious in a good way is what you saw from the offense, right? And a lot of that is
Mitch and Taj together.
right. So, but a lot of what we saw here was that bodies were moving and the ball was moving, right? And so you mentioned Julius Randle not being on the floor for much of that run. In his absence, the ball compensated for the attention that he sometimes draws and isn't always consistent because the Golden State Warriors didn't double him either. But I think the confidence and trusting that the opportunity was going to come invigorated these guys on the floor as opposed to, oh, Drew's got the ball, I don't know, stay here, maybe not, kind of not. But the ball was moving and the ball had energy. And so you needed to be ready to capitalize if you had an opportunity to be aggressive.
Yeah, no, it's something you got to see on film. It's something they're going to watch. It's something they have to consider. But it's like when you watch this team for most of the season, there's been a lot of frustration with how the offense just hasn't clicked. But then you watch the group. And I've said this really, we've watched the bench throughout this whole season. The bench is the strength of this team. And the bench has always had every game consistently. They come in and the game changes. They're more entertaining to watch. They're more interesting to watch. And the same thing happened here in this game. And the question is, how can you get that now to extend to the starting five so that you're getting that same type of game? It's there. You got to figure out how, and maybe it's, again, about the combinations you're playing.
One answer to that, I think, as much as we're talking about, the offensive side of this was the energy that unit played with defensively. And again, at the root of that is effort.
Turned into offense,
Yeah,
right, exactly.
Worth pointing out the 5 that won the game for him: Mitch, Taj, Burks, McBride, and Quickly. I don't think we've seen that ever before.
And that's what the coach does. You know, when people talk about Tom Thibodeau, his decisions, rotations, and everything else, he'll tell you, he finds the 5 that are working, and then he goes with them. Did McBride come out in the second half?
No.
Believe he played 24 minutes,
I don't think
straight.
he did. And Rose, again, didn't play because of a sore ankle in the second half.
Yeah.
So, well, a lot of storylines potentially coming out of this win, that is for sure. We're going to listen into the coach when we come back.